First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Detroit Lions. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
That's a gain of 7.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Here's Goff. Right side to Williams. And he's going to have a Lions first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
That's good.
The Lions at 1 and 5, really struggling here to start the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And it's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that would draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now 2nd and 9. Goff. Goes to Laporta, right side. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. To throw is Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Like 20. Value one. Check.
Here we go on fourth. Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And, Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal.
4 now. Push. Like 20. Turbo.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on first and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Hey, kill. Like 20. Value 3. Turbo.
Here's Goff. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal.
Ric Flair. Like 20. Turbo set.
Goff now looking to throw. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 43.
Viking 18.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
70,
Another run, this time McCaffrey. Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Go.
Now Daniels. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. You talk about this Lions defense. They enter this one down to the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
First and goal.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
60 Eagles, 60.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And it'll bring up third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Goff. That is caught. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
14 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
What's tight end? Watch your keep.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, kill.
Goff now to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. Jalen Lane deep for Washington. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Lane. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Come on, come on.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
At the 32-yard line.
Ready, ready.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
19, 18, 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Go.
To throw is Daniels. He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here we go, set. 70 Lions.
Throwing now is Daniels. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, up.
Daniels looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
First and 10 at the 29-yard
As an unbiased
line.
observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Let go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Okay, break. Stretch the Eagles. Stretch the tap the 60. Tap the 60.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he takes it in for a Commander's touchdown.
A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
180.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
Play action. It's Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hand off down to Gibbs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Back to throw. Goff. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now Goff. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. From Commander's territory now, it's first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Throwing again is Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be third and 6. On the give, here's Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 25 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
19, 18.
Here's Daniels. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Gain of 11 on the play. First down, Washington.
19, 18.
To the air goes Daniels. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go. 60 by 6. 60 by 6.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready?
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Cowboy 80.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's a 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Ready?
They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Out of bounds, that's a 47-yard
And his play
line.
caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts,
It's a gain of a yard.
as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Goff. And this one's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Like 20.
Now it's Goff. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Like 20.
Again, Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
That's good.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 19-18.
Back to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Daniels. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Crack all 80. Ready.
Looking to throw. Daniels.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5. And his kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Goff now looking to throw.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. He finds his man complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
Now it's Gibbs.
And at the 42-yard line here, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, first and 10.
Here we go. Black 20.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Here's Goff. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That's a 49-yard punt, 8th though on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Get it? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ready?
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 9. To throw is Daniels. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Daniels looking to throw.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
70.
Throwing now is Daniels.
He'll let this go for the end zone.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Jalen Lane.
36 yards.
And the Commanders have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 78 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Cut. Black 20. What's that?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good yardage after the catch as that played good for 30 and a first.
That's good for the Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now Goff. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen. And it turns into a nice positive play.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Hold on. Hey, watch it right here. Go. Kill. 180.
Here's Gibbs.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Goff.
This to Laporta, right side.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
18 Cardinal, 18, pass to 60, pass to 60.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Cowboy 80.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Pass to 60, pass to 60.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
Viking 18. Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And they will take a 7-point lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now it's gone. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way. Goff. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And the Lions, 1st down.
Goff now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Goff. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
180.
Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
And incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
A big play here. 3rd and 2.
Dot. White 20. Shell. Shell. Dot.
He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
180. Dot.
Back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Here's a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Commanders' 37-yard line.
Dot.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23.
That's another Detroit Lions.
They'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Here comes 2nd down.
Dot. 180. Turbo.
Here's Goff. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Washington, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Detroit, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time.